What's up, the internet? It's me, it's Kyle. How's it going? I am the leader of the Not Nicks, and I am joined this Wednesday, as every Wednesday, by other two Not Nicks, Rex and John.
From the Not Nick headquarters. Hey, everybody.
It's the band, Rex and the
From Not Nick headquarters, Dynamite Entertainment. Welcome in, fellas. What's up for this week? What's new?
We got a whole bunch of stuff.
Everything's $1, right? Is that what Nick said?
John looks like a creamsicle.
I do.
The creamsicle said that. I didn't say that.
Creamsicle is one of my favorite things on the planet, man. Local brewer here makes a creamsicle ale. I love it.
I'm going to say ahead of time, if I have trouble seeing and pick up the wrong comic, it's because I've been blinded by John's shirt. I know you may not be able to see it on the camera, but there's a reflection that is unreal.
I've asked for a Remark alert
My eyes
and Red Alert logo, but that's not in the budget. So, now I just have to kind of go like Remark alert.
The Remark alert will be every time we have a Remark, John will get up and start dancing in the shirt.
Like this,
yes. And blind out the cover of the comic. Completely washed out.
We have negative viewers.
How you doing, Kyle?
I'm good. It's been a weird couple of days, but it's good. I'm excited for the show.
It's been a weird couple of days.
It's been a weird couple of days. Like, I've been emailing with Steve Englehart, which is one of those things that I never thought would happen in my life. Like, when you're emailing with comic book creators you really love, because it's your job. So
you've been waiting all your life to be able to say that. I have to email them. It's my job.
Right. I've been talking to Steve Englehart and Al Ewing,
nice.
just a bunch of other great guys about an event we're putting on. It's like, I have to respond to that person who's Captain America I absolutely loved. Okay. So it's just weird, when you open up your email and it's just, okay.
Well, you're having a great week, and it's only Wednesday.
Yeah, it's only Wednesday.
I get every time Nick emails me. It's like my breath catches. And
Nick has my email makes a different sound when Nick emails me, so I know to ignore it.
Wah, wah, wah.
Is that the sound?
No, I wish. I got to figure that one out. It's just a different ding, unfortunately.
Come on, you're a tech guy. You can find it.
Well, I managed to make it when you email me, Rex. It's a dinosaur sound.
Oh, cool. Send me that.
I think when Nick messages me, if I remember, it's from my other phone. It was like a phaser going off, so I would know it was Nick.
Set on kill?
No, just a phaser. It would be the phaser sound.
So, what do you want to start with, guys?
Everything's $1. Just take it going.
All right.
Can you imagine? Oh, my God.
All right. Show's over. We're good.
I know, right?
We need to run now. Nick's going to be on for us. You're safe, Kyle. You're out of state.
You know what I want to start with? I love this book. And I think we're going to start with it. This is Uncle Scrooge #1, signed and remarked by Ken Haeser. I absolutely love this book.
And he remarked.
So we're starting off with the remark alert, and you didn't even do the remark alert thing of holding it up to your shirt.
Roll it back. Roll it back.
There we go.
I'm doing the dance now. So
I absolutely love this because
think about this. He does it in gold paint pen, right?
Yeah.
Which is extraordinarily difficult. Okay?
Yeah.
Whenever you're doing signings and stuff, it almost always smears. You got to allow it to dry. Sometimes it globs up. So I don't even know how many Ken had to go through before, he got it perfect like that.
What I love about this is we do a lot of Ken Haeser remarks, and there's a certain style to it. This is very much like Disney style. This is like a real kind of departure stylistically from the other stuff that
which gives you an idea of the kind of range he has. I mean,
that's exactly my point. I was just like, we've seen him do stuff like this. This book, and you know what? We've talked about remarks before, about how they're like the halfway point between collectible and original art.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
At $89.99, this would be a nice pickup.
And it is in a sense, this is the funny thing. When you talk about remarks, every one is hand drawn. So each one is its own unique piece of art.
It's his own, absolutely.
Exactly.
There's how many of these? There's like one of one.
I think we have two.
We have two?
We have two. Yeah, we had 3 to start with, but now we have two. And so this is going to be a not John item, not John's special item, because John cannot get one because we only have 2.
We have 2.
Anything that's 2 or 1 tonight is a not John.
But I think, like I said, I think at $89.99, this is a nice pickup. If I'm in the store, I'm in a con, I see this, and that's what they have on the wall. there's a good chance I'm going to take this home.
Well, I think people have been watching long enough to know we're not selling this at $89.99.
Yeah, we're not. I was going to say the cat's kind of like out of the bag. We're not going to be selling it for $89.99.
And if you're having trouble seeing it because of John's shirt, we apologize in advance.
I'm trying to, you know what? I'm almost like, here, let me do this and put it in front of me so that you can see it. This is going to be $39.99.
Look at that. John's already doing it, Kyle. He's already doing it to us.
You've got the holofoil seal. You've got the certificate of authenticity.
And also signed by
description.
It's signed. I just, I like to start off the show with something like this because someone who's looking to get something special, you start off the show with something that's $3,000 and they're like, oh my God, I'm never going to have a chance. I talk to these people all the time in comics groups and social media, and that's their thinking. They tune into a show and they're super excited. And it's like Fantastic 450, and then they opt out because it's just not in their budget. This is $39.99. If you really want something special, something that you can point to and look at, and this kind of unique, this is your go-to.
No, absolutely. And John, obviously, you love the remark, so
I do.
You gravitated towards that like the very first thing when you got in here.
Well, I wanted to kind of start the ball rolling a little bit. We're reinforcing. Nick always likes to reinforce that you buy what appeals to you. This isn't like CNBC. We shouldn't you shouldn't be planning like retirements and funding vacations with comic books and that sort of thing. You should be buying what appeals to you. If the value goes up, that's awesome. If the value does not go up, you're not. You know what I mean? You still have something you really like. There are books way back when in the bad old days you'd buy 19 copies of some kind of prismatic foil die cut cover, and of course now you find those in like dollar bins.
I completely agree. I mean, it's one of those unique kind of areas where it can appreciate value. You might get lucky, it might happen, but and collectibles certainly, especially during this last year with the pandemic, has certainly shot up in value, almost ridiculously. So whether you're talking about comics or trading, sports trading cards or things of that nature.
And we've talked about what cons are going to be like coming back, right?
Yeah.
If you've gone to your favorite restaurant since they've reopened, it's a mob scene and they're short of staff. If you've gone to your favorite movie theater, the lines are forever because they're short of staff.
Right.
And everybody's sort of kind of getting back into it. From what I understand, most of the cons for 2021 are going to be social distance, limited ticket sales. Those lines to get stuff signed, drawn, sketches, Artist Alley. I can't imagine what that's going to be like. And I'm a guy who spent like half a day in Artist Alley, to meet like Neil Adams. And that, you know what I mean? So, and I considered that well worth the time.
Right.
But the cost now of cons versus 10 or 15 years ago, you really want to get the most for your money. So rather than spending half the con looking for something that you could buy here for half the price, have it shipped out, you just kind of scream claim, and I guess Kyle kind of has the link. Click it, fill out the form,
right?
And the stuff is,
and we're not discouraging anybody, obviously.
Oh no, not at all.
It's a great experience, and it's something that every comic book collector should do. I mean, based on your budget, your time, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if it's within your means, you absolutely should go on a con,
right?
Because it's
exactly. But if you're looking for, even for creators that are signing, sometimes it's not going to be the most efficient use of your time because there is a limited amount of time that you're going to be able to do it.
And some creators, quite honestly, they sign and they're happy to sign, but there's no other way to put this. It's a job for them,
right?
So they're going to come in and sign and leave. You can't expect them to sign endlessly. I've been at cons where an artist has signed for 3 and 4 hours, and the guy, an hour past his time.
Right.
I watched, I think it was Frank Cho in San Diego a couple of years ago. He was supposed to sign until like 2, and at 3:40, people were like, "Aw," and I'm like,
"Yeah, the guy's already over."
You know what I mean? The guy's already wait. You know what I mean? It's so there are better ways to accomplish your goals. The whole point of this is to grow the community, right, to kind of connect more strongly with the community, to give back to the community. Right. Nick could sell these things you know, for, like I said, at $89.99, someone like me walks in, would see that, see it on a website, click, buy it, and I would not,
Agreed.
you know, I'd be super happy to have it. You know, Nick is, you know, doing this show to sort of spotlight local comic book shops, websites, that sort of thing, YouTube creators,
right?
To, you know, give back a little bit. And, you know, when I offer, you know, when we're able to offer a $90 book for $40, you know, we're trying
to get more collectors into the hobby. But all right, what do you think? What do you want to do next?
All right, let's move on to, let me see. Today is, I'm guessing, the last day of Pride Month.
Yes,
do I have that right?
I was thinking the same thing.
I was going to say, I don't have my calendar to watch on, but
yes, it is. Tomorrow's the 1st. You are absolutely correct, sir.
We want to show this again. We've showed this a bunch of times. Jim Lee cover, DC Pride #1. It would be quicker for me to tell you who isn't in this book as a writer than artist who is. It's pretty much anyone who's anyone. And I know that sounds naughty, but it's true. There's endless stories in here, endless contributions in here, cool things like the CW Supergirl pops up in here. This is a book where already I'm starting to see it. Pride Month isn't even done yet. And I'm starting to see this. I don't know if it's the Jim Lee cover. You know, I hear people like that kid a little bit.
I heard the same thing.
I know, right? I heard that too. Let me just put this a little bit closer that you can see this. All people see is my shirt. Nick is never going to want me to wear this shirt again. Kyle's like, my eyes. We're selling this at its cover price. It's $9.99. You know, not trying to take shots at anybody, but the whole point of this is to raise awareness and raise money. And when I see people online, private dealers already selling it for $40 to $50, I'm like, come on, man. There's a million ways to make money in the comic book industry. And yet, selling a book like this for $40.
And you have to remember, I mean, you have probably people that are not normally comic buyers or comic collectors. You know, they're jumping in on this. So exactly. It's not terribly surprising that you know, the scarcity is maybe a little bit higher than a normal title, normal issue. And this is the first printing as well. So
yeah, this is the first printing, and we're just selling it at cover price. Yep. I don't know how many of these we have.
Not many.
I got to be honest with you. I don't think there's a lot of these in here. So if you're interested, you know, probably, you know, speak up. Yeah, I don't see a whole lot of these in here.
Well, it's been selling well, you know, on the website. It's been selling well. You know, we've had it in a couple of shows. So, you know, what we had allotted for the shows is really just dwindled in quantity very quickly. But
if you look at the cover, I mean, you see the characters that, you know, I'm guessing, you know, Harley and Poison Ivy are in here. Batwoman is in here. My favorite version of Green Lantern is in here. Alan Scott. You've got Future State Flash is in here. They've just, and then of course there's some characters maybe you wouldn't necessarily think you'd see, like Pied Piper pops up in here, and you're like, really? It's just, you know, I read this, and I am not necessarily a collector of these characters. Their individual books.
And it's like a first appearance from a new character too.
This is a first appearance. I feel bad because I don't remember who it was. I think maybe it's Dreamer from
I think so.
From the DCU from CW Supergirl. There's a great pinup gallery in here. Travis Moore. There's profiles done in here. At $9.99, this is almost like a gimme, almost like a no-brainer.
Right. So along with obviously today being the last day of Pride Month, we brought the Marvel Voices Pride titles as well. Right. So
because I know someone's going to find me on social media and say, "Where's the Marvel love?" The Marvel love is right here. This is awesome. This is Luciano
Vecchio.
Yeah,
that's the Vecchio variant, frame variant cover.
This is also really
it has a retail price of $100.
Yeah. And
tonight, half price.
Wow.
Can't get too crazy, but we're going half price. So we'll go $50. What do you think?
Oh, you know what? At $100, again, these are the kind of things that they're sort of generating these for more than just buy the book, read the story.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's like a lot of social energy behind this. $50 is a great sort of pickup.
And we've got 3.
You're getting some great characters in here. characters from that era of Marvel that I really like. There's characters, there's Young Avengers in here, there's Runaways in here. I think there's a nice, if I remember correctly, I think there's a really nice Mystique story in here. I just wanted to see if there was, yeah, I mean, you can see this, it sort of has, the art style is very slightly, the arrangement of the character is very slightly George Perez-like in here. If you see the way they kind of have the bracketing of the characters and the central figure of the character.
So, which one is this one? So we have.
I was going to say, we have a few versions.
Yeah,
of this, right?
We have several versions of it, right? So this is the Phil Jimenez, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this was the.
This is the Phil Jimenez cover. This one is.
This is the Virgin variant.
Vegan. We're supposed to use vegan variant. So we don't get flagged. Vegan variant.
Vegan. That's what I said. I said vegan. And that was 1 out of 50 variant. So it was a
nice chase book.
Yeah.
They've done a lot of cool stuff with Hulkling. Let's be honest, that character is not that old, and they've done a ton of really cool stuff with Hulkling and Wick and so forth. We also have, and
the Phil Jimenez vegan variant. Retail price is $200. I am tonight 50. Going to do half price again, so that was 100, and it's an incentive variant. So very hard to come by. So
yeah, I mean, these are sort of these, these are the things that the collectors are really looking for, right? And I tell everyone this industry, this hobby starts with the average person walking into their local comic book store and picking up the book they like, right?
Exactly.
Sometimes I feel like a little bit we focus too much on chase cards or chase books or variants and I'm super guilty of that. I am like the first person that's looking for black and white variants. Kickstarter, the big way to get me is to be a black and white variant.
Right.
Blood red variants are just sort of,
So that's
Wolverine 13?
Yep.
Wow. This is, again, just going to let you look at the
this
cover.
Also Phil Jimenez, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's Phil Jimenez. Yeah.
Hey, fellas, during the break, we need to turn the camera because the light coming through the windows is washing out these dark covers. Can't see them.
We'll have to pop these back up when we'll reposition, and then we'll sort of throw these up here again because some of these were just absolutely beautiful.
So
if only we had a studio. Nick, we need a studio.
Don't get crazy. Come on.
No, I want a desk.
And it's not the light from the windows. It's John's shirt.
It is my shirt.
That's what's causing the problem.
I'll tell you what I want. I want a news desk from the 70s like Ron Burgundy. Or like the big vintage store guy.
Yeah.
But then John, we're gonna have to get you a teleprompter, and you're only ever gonna say what's on the teleprompter. Yeah. And somebody's gonna misspell something or put a question mark somewhere that doesn't need to be. And you're just gonna look the fool, just like Ron Burgundy.
Just think how much fun that would be.
Yeah, that's true. We should do that.
I know.
Let's do it.
We should do that. What are you waiting for?
All right. So let's see here.
You know what? Let's throw out maybe. This has been up here before. Actually,
what up, Wilfredo?
Hey, Wilfredo.
Hey, Wilfredo.
What's up, buddy?
It's Wilfredo time. Someone actually asked me about this book. It was on a previous show we did, and I guess maybe we didn't give it enough time, enough exposure, enough love. So we're happy to throw this up here again. Greg Land cover, Greg Land signature. This is the final issue of Secret Invasion.
It's like $19.99, and we have two at the two available.
And this is a book where
we're really running short on a lot of stuff, aren't we?
Well, people have been, we'll have to send Amy back to the vault and dig out like a ton of new stuff. This is the whole storming Osgard thing, which was.
I heard Amy brought a torch this time. She's tired of suspending in air, so she's just gonna bust that whole.
You've got the holofoil seal, got a certificate of authenticity. This book is just beautiful. If this was your thing, I understand Siege was sort of almost like some people hate, like 50% of the people loved it, 50% of the people hate it.
Right.
Either way, this is a beautiful book for $20. Or $19.99.
And we only have two.
What?
And you know what I haven't done this week? I haven't caught the latest episode of Loki yet.
I will. People know I get up at
Wednesday, so I'm not that far behind.
I get up at 3:30 in the morning to watch
I know, you
this
told
thing.
us.
I absolutely love it. No spoilers.
Make sure you stay through the mid-credit scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay through the mid-credit scene. No spoilers. Just make sure you watch the episode.
Yeah, nobody type anything in the chat. It's a spoiler.
Yeah. No spoilers, please.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, so
it'll
make me cry.
This is just a really nice signed book for $19.99. I mean, this is the sort of thing, again, we're talking about, we want to try to offer stuff for everyone.
Right.
The bigger budgeted, the moderate budget, the smaller budget. At $20, I think that's almost like an easy claim. You know what I mean? Greg Land, again, this is a guy that's going to be really in demand when we start going back to cons.
Right.
I don't think he's working as much as he was previously. So I don't know how much he's going to sign. I don't know how long he's going to sign when he goes to cons. Not to mention, if you follow a lot of creators on social media, particularly Twitter, they're not sure, if they're going to go to cons. I don't want to say it all, but when they're going to go, where they're going to go. I know a few people, like Gail Simone, has said her con schedule is probably cut by maybe a third. Because there's just too much to do.
And you got to think a lot of the older creators that. Did you
just call Gail Simone old?
No, not Gail Simone.
Gail, I'm saying he's on his own with that.
Thank you. Thanks for pushing me under the bus, John. Okay.
All
right. Now you can direct traffic in that shirt around my dead body under the truck, right? But no, I'm saying
a chalk outline around him. I'm sorry.
Don't listen to this man. Okay?
Seriously, Kyle, we want to get more Red Sonja. Edit that out in post.
But for some of the older creators that maybe didn't do a lot of cons, at this point, who knows, if they're coming back. I mean,
we've talked about that before when you get things like a John Romita signature, John Romita Sr. signature. His agent, Spencer Beck, has said to him, hey, look, maybe it's time for you to enjoy your retirement.
Right.
He's 80. The guy is one of the architects of the Marvel Universe. It's okay for you to, sit in your comfy chair, watch a ball game. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
The guy has seen his career, his son's career. If he decides to kind of opt out of cons, I would completely understand.
I would too. I mean, certainly, but that's something to think about. So, how much time we got before the break?
Do we have a break coming up, Kyle?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
We've got some more book.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You pick one. Pick something you like.
Pick one. Okay. Let's see. Let's do. Ooh, this is a good one.
That is a nice one.
Talking about John Romita Sr.
Oh, was that a segue? I didn't mean to do that on purpose or anything.
You did a good job. That was excellent. So, Punisher #1, retailer incentive, the Scotty Young retailer incentive, and signed by John Romita Sr.
I think that's his file copy too, right?
No, not this one. I don't.
Okay.
So, limited to 5. Signing gold ink. Here, you're closer. Signing gold ink. All right, that one happens to be 2 of 5, and let me see. I think we've got 3, and this is one of those ones where we're gonna get killed if we try to discount it. Nick will find out. And
I was gonna say, I think this is something that there's things you can discount, and then there's things that there's just not a lot of these, and the value is there. These books are going to go for close to twice this come con time. You're going to be in August, September, and these books will easily be $700-800.
So tonight, $499.99.
Yeah.
And however, what we can do, can't lower the price because we get in trouble. But what we can do is put it on a payment plan, meaning that
if this is something that you want, and this is something that you want to pull the trigger on. We can work with you in terms of, getting this paid off, some down, some 30 days later, or whatever. There's terms, there's a deal to be made. There's terms to be had here. It's the Punisher.
And if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell because, eventually they're going to sell on the website anyway.
I was going to say, and also this is the kind of thing, Nick says this with original art, but I think he also says it with a book like this too. John Romita Sr. signed this. I don't think Nick is going to be heartbroken if he keeps it. I really don't. It'll sell. It'll sell on the website, but if it doesn't, I really don't think he'll be like, "Oh, I really wish I did not have this book."
And you keep in mind, you're talking about a limited edition of 5.
Yeah.
I mean,
it has its.
Yeah, I mean it's not something, you know, as we're saying, you know, John Romita Sr. You know, he's enjoying life.
This is number 2. You can see
joining his family, and it's really not. I don't want to say worth it, but it's not really something he wants to spend, you know, his days doing, you know, if he can avoid it. So tonight, $499.99. We'll work with you on a payment plan if it's something you really want.
And like all the books,
it's a wonderful piece.
It's got the holofoil seal. Yes. Carefully take it off. Not me, but
we'll do it with another comic.
You will do it with another comic, but you can take this off, carefully leave the sticker to the side, open it up, read it. I mean, you know, these are books that are made to be read. We talk about this a lot. Other memorabilia is kind of sealed. You know, it's very much like, you know, King Tut's tomb, and it's just not getting opened again. You know what I mean? Right. Movie memorabilia, sports memorabilia. Those things go in plastic, inert gas, whatever, and they don't come out. You know, this is something that it's yours, and it would be cool for you to open, read, you know, and then if you want to put it in a frame on the wall or, you know,
this
whatever.
Price, you might want to just buy a reader's copy
at your local
comic shop. You know, I mean, we always encourage everybody, you know, to read, you know, what you're getting, because I mean, that's really the value. Okay.
I feel like a hypocrite because I'll buy stuff like I'm a big buyer of the blood red variants from Dynamite.
Right.
And I've never read one of those books. Those books have barely seen air. They arrive, they come, they're taped up, and I just get a reading copy. Sometimes if I can't run out to get a reading copy, 1 o'clock in the morning, or I'm far away from the store, I'll just buy it digitally or something I can read it rather than take it out. And yeah, you can take any book out.
Point.
I just don't know
if $499.99.
If you spend $500 for a comic book, think twice before you take it out. You know,
it's like you're not taking you're not taking a $500 purse to the beach.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, it's that kind of theory. So
I say that all the time. You don't want the cat to jump up on the counter.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
The dog comes over for a treat. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
Like
my
just
aunt
had a bag of Cheetos.
My aunt. Nobody was allowed in the living room, and all the furniture had plastic on it.
Yeah.
So nobody ever sat on it. You know, it was there for looks, which I didn't really get. The family room couch had holes in it, but
no, I you know what? With a book like that, I totally get it, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a Scotty Young variant. It's a type of book you're not going to find everywhere.
Exactly.
Signed by John Romita Sr. in the Gold Signature Series. I don't think that's the kind of book that you want to be, you know.
And to go back to anybody that joined us midway through, we had gone through, because Pride Month is ending today, because tomorrow's the 1st. I hope I'm right. I'm pretty sure. I think I looked.
I think, yeah, I remember.
30 days have June.
There you go.
Okay.
So, because I had to think about it last night too, because I had to pay stuff in for work, and it's like, oh yeah, it's due tomorrow, not the next day.
Right, exactly. No 31st. So just remind everybody.
That'd be a great dodge. Your check's coming on June 31st.
Right. I'll pay you on June 31st all day long. So we have all of the Marvel Voices Pride variants, the Pride 1 of 25 Russell Darterman variant. All of them are half price tonight, so half price off of retail. So the Darterman one is retail price is $100, half price tonight for $50. We have the Vecchio frame variant, retail price is $100 tonight, $50. We have the Pride Marvel Voices Pride, the Jimenez Pride Month B variant. Which one's the B variant?
I think is it this one?
I think it might be.
I want to make sure we're not missing the book here.
There's that one.
Well, here, while you guys figure that out, let's take a break. Let's turn the camera so people are able to see these beautiful covers. And we'll be right back in just a couple minutes here on The Experience.
All right.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
said that.
Welcome back in, everybody. This is Comics Collectibles with Dynamic Forces. This is Kyle. There's John and Rex. All of us are known as Not Nick here on the Experience. So we are back. And
Hey,
see,
guys.
there's a lot less glare. John's shirt looks a lot more palatable now. And we can probably see the covers and all that good stuff. So
nothing's going to make John's shirt more palatable. I'm sorry.
The shirt is the shirt. I'm sorry. It was hot today.
And we said hi to Wilfredo. Hey, and Ron, I see joined us. We had it on the wrong chat portion. So, hey, Ron, how you doing? Glad you were able to join us.
Glad to see people popping in. We're going to kind of run this by again. We talked about this. We had trouble. Kyle mentioned couldn't really see some of the covers. Maybe. We'll just run these through real quick again because I know what that's like when you're watching a show, claim show. Maybe you want to get something, they don't show it. So we will start again.
I'll read them off.
We'll start again. Today is our last day of Pride.
Last day of Pride Month. The Marvel Voices Pride, 1 of 25, Russell Dodderman variant. And all of the Marvel Voices are at half price tonight. So retail price is $100. Tonight it's going to be $50.
This is just
beautiful. Yeah, this is
We didn't.
Good. Yeah, Kyle had a good point. We couldn't really see it on camera.
Unfortunately, we're still getting glare, but that is
glare is better than it being completely washed out by the sun.
John's shirt is causing the glare. It's bouncing off everything.
This is a white shirt in real life, everybody.
Why do you think I wear the dark shirts?
I know, right?
We got the which one is that?
This is the Luciano Vecchio version.
Okay, so Marvel Voices, number 1 of 25, Luciano Vecchio frame variant. Retails $100, but tonight $50. So we're doing all of the Marvel Voices Pride books at half price.
Yep.
So that's also $50. And now keep in mind, we only have a handful of these. So the Dodderman variant, we have 3. The Vecchio frame variant, we have 3. And then we have the Marvel Voices Pride 1 out of 50 Phil Jimenez Pride Month B variant. Which one? Where's that one? That is retail price of $100 and tonight for $50. Where's the Jimenez one? What did you do? Did you put it in your pocket? Did you hide it under that shirt?
I have not. I have absolutely not. I haven't even thought about purchasing. Well, that's not true. I did think about purchasing something, but I haven't threatening. I haven't gone to the car for money.
I sent you the list beforehand, so I know you're always like, let me see. Let me make a checklist.
One of my greatest things ever was saying to Nick, hey, if I was on that email chain, I didn't know what we were doing before.
I knew that was a bad idea.
Yeah, that was sort of.
So is this the 1 in 50 Phil Jimenez?
This is.
I don't know actually.
Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I think it is. Is it the B variant? Let's see. There's so many.
I know. This is sort of we grabbed everything at once. You know what? I honestly don't know.
Let's see. I think it should.
Well, then it's going to sell for this. We won't know what it is. It's a Pride variant, but it's $50.
Yeah, there you go. That works, right?
No, I think people want it.
Trust us.
They want to trust us, right?
Oh, hey, with the information that we know, it could be a 1 in 200, and we're marking it way down. So let's just go with it.
Now Kyle's now making it up on the fly.
I know Kyle's making it up on the fly.
Kyle, are you drinking back there? Because I'm disappointed because you didn't offer any to us.
I'm just wondering how much longer we can try to not figure this one out.
Hey,
so I'm making a play. $50.
We're gonna have to call in Amy's help.
Somebody give me $50.
Can you tell us which one is the B?
She doesn't want to do that. Look at her.
I know she doesn't want to do it, but I asked really nice. No, you don't think I asked nice?
Well, she's busy doing her job for us. We will move on. Oh,
pretty sure that is the B one.
That is the B.
It is the B one.
There you go. We've confirmed.
Right.
It is the B.
Well, she said pretty sure, so I get that that's as close as a confirmation as we need because it's Amy and she's always right.
I was going to say, I take her pretty sure over my definitely.
Don't mess with her.
I have seen that Tracy Morgan commercial.
And then the two
really
Wolverines.
nice,
we also have the two Wolverines.
We have these two Wolverines. These are just absolute. We have the Hellfire Gala Cape Pride cover.
Also, this is also one out of 50. Both of them are 1 out of 50.
I'm just gonna hold these up here. Tell people how amazing these are.
One is the Russell Dauterman Cape Pride design variant. So retail is $200.
That's the white one on
yes.
As you're looking at the screen on the left.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Retail price is $200. Half prices. We're doing it half price at $100. And then the other one is the 1 out of 50 Phil Jimenez Pride Month vegan variant.
The vegan variant.
Retail $200. Also doing it at half price at $100 tonight. So, and then of course the DC Pride #1 still available at $9.99. So yeah, we figured we'd run all of them since we were at the last day.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of these deals where you hear this all the time. You hear it at cons, you hear it at local stores. People really want these variants. They want these chase books. This is an opportunity to get one at half price.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? The show, the books come with a lot of social energy. So I think that, when you get an opportunity to own something a little bit special, a little bit unique, a little bit different, at half price, that's kind of like the win-win.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And again,
that's finding the $60 book in the dollar bin. Plus,
we don't really talk about speculation because that's not the real purpose of it.
Yeah.
But I will say that quantities in any of the first printing right now are going to be scarce because I think you have a lot of people that aren't normally comic book buyers or comic book collectors that are jumping in on this because of Pride Month.
Pride Month, and they just wanted to kind of support sort of thing. Especially, a book like this.
Hey, is the Wolverine the other one, the Wolverine, the Russell Dauterman variant, is that Dakin on the cover?
It is.
There you go, Wilfredo. That is Dakin, son of Wolverine.
That's nice work, too. That's really nice work.
I see smoke coming up from John's head. He's thinking about it. Let me see.
No, you know what? I always give Wilfredo first shot.
Wolverines, we have one of each.
Yeah, there's one of these. So
it is a not John special. We can't let John have it.
Wilfredo, you're right. They should do more with the character.
Yeah,
they absolutely should do more.
They absolutely should. I mean, there's so much.
What is this selling for?
Let's see, $100.
$100. It's half price.
Half price thing.
This is absolutely, and you know what? My guess is now that Hugh Jackman has sort of said his tearful goodbye to Wolverine, my guess is you will start seeing more done with the other Wolverines in that mythos. My guess is you'll see more with Dakin. You'll see more with, I can't think of her name now. What's Wolverine's daughter's name, Kyle?
X-23.
X-23. I think you're going to start seeing more of that as, especially now. I think people are like, when will the Marvel TV series end? And I don't think they will. I think they have a massive universe that they can, they've got their formula now. They kind of do these 10 episodes.
Can we talk about the level of child abuse that goes into naming your child X-23?
You know what? A little while ago, I was in the back having a conversation with someone here, and I was talking about the inherent child abuse in comics, and the thing that came up was Johnny Quest's father. Come on, man. That's like a 10-year-old kid. There's a monster out there. You strapped a jetpack on that kid and told him to go fly out and see what the monster. Well, dad stays in the back of the lab, nice and cozy, with his giant Swedish murder machine bodyguard.
I'm gonna have to say that it's a little scary what you guys think about in your free time. I'm just gonna say that out loud. I just, I'm kidding. But what did you want to do next?
My guess is Haji turned 18 and said, "You know what?
That's it.
My name is Paul, and this is between y'all.
This ain't right. This ain't right. So, all right, what did you want to do next? Oh, Adventure Man.
Adventure Man. I love this book. This is a book that I don't want to say flew under the radar, but it kind of flew under the radar. I love these books, man. They're pulpy. There's a lot of adventure in these books. Even if you don't buy this, go to your local comic book store and get this, man. You can pick up the back issues of this. this is, if you're a fan of Indiana Jones, if you're a fan of some of the stuff Dynamite does here, like The Shadow, Green Hornet, some of the sort of pulpy stuff, this is right in that wheelhouse. This is signed in red by Terry and Rachel Dodson. And, if I don't even need to say anything other than look at the cover.
Limited to 25.
I was just going to ask you that. This one I'm holding in my hand is number 2. I can't say enough about this. I understand I have real eclectic comic book tastes, right? I'll read this before I read Batman all day long. And I know everybody will look at me like I need to get my head examined.
That's not why we think that, John.
Terry and Rachel Dodson are one of those people, or two of those people that I saw a lot more at cons 5, 6, 7 years ago than I see now.
Right.
And I'm not saying it's like an intentional thing, but I think they just decide, as their careers move on, they just, the wear and tear of travel. You talk to anyone that's been doing cons for a while, creators, you know what I mean?
Right.
There's a couple creators out there like Gail Simone and Amy Chu that traveling is like a happy day. They love going to cons and meeting fans. And while creators love going to meet their fans, the travel is not that great. When you're stuck for 16 hours in,
trust me, I know,
in Winnipeg because you're trying to get your flight back from Boston to, Emerald City Comic Con in Seattle,
or even worse, just the drive. I don't know. If
the worst part is when you're stuck in an airport, like someplace like Sheboygan, because it was your connecting flight from one of the big cities, and you're like, I can't even leave.
I give a ton of credit to people who travel from small cities and towns. We're lucky, right? Here in New Jersey, we're between New York, Philadelphia.
Yeah, major airports everywhere.
Newark Airport here in New Jersey is huge. We have people here that hop on a train and fly out of LaGuardia, Kennedy. These people that fly out of Wyoming, you know what I mean, to get to a show in Santa Fe.
Yeah. So for me to travel, I have to fly out of Detroit and then fly to someplace like Newark to get where I'm going.
Hey, Newark is lovely this time of year.
Yeah, Newark is lovely. The shootings are down.
I don't think Newark is ever lovely.
The shootings are down.
But their airport has great choices.
Real quick on this
book,
we
just lost Detroit and Newark.
I know.
We're not watching this.
Matt Fraction wrote this. This is a guy that crazy talented, ton of success. I don't want to say he's completely moved on, but to a certain extent, he's moved on to Hollywood TV movies. I don't know how much more Matt Fractioning we're going to get in comics.
Hey, Amy, can you check the latest spreadsheet? I feel like I changed the price on this, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, let's get the price on this because I'm not 100%.
You did change the price on this.
Yes, didn't I?
What's on your sheet?
Yes, you did.
We did.
You changed it.
What was
to $19.91.
That's what I thought.
So we're gonna have to make someone 9 cents change at some point.
That's all right. Everybody uses Venmo and PayPal anyway, so the cents don't matter. Although my local convenience store is running out of change.
This might be a book if someone else doesn't take it. I might bring this home. So if you're interested, how many of these do we have?
3.
We have 3 of these.
And the actual the signed version by Terry and Rachel Dodson in red was only ever limited to 25. So it's a very small edition. So yeah, 1991. I remember I did something.
This is a show where we have a lot of cool stuff that people are going to look back on and be like, "Oh, can I pick that up now?" And unfortunately, it either won't be available or it won't be available at the price.
Right.
Adventure Man is the type of thing that I could easily see this becoming like an animated series on Amazon, sort of like Impossible.
Invincible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Invincible is Amazon has made no. They're not shy at all about. They want to start taking comics animated.
Oh yeah.
This is something I could totally see them doing. 1991 is, a year or two, a couple of years from now, you might wish that book. It'll probably be closer to 1991 in a couple of years.
And considering it's limited to you're looking at 25 in the edition. I mean, that's tiny. But
that's just a cool story. Like I said, if you don't buy that, I can't say enough about this story. If you don't buy it, that's just the way it works. Nick will never notice when I take it home. But however,
now with that shirt,
I know in this shirt, oh my god! But
stun and blind them first.
Go to your local comic book store and go look for it. I know the copies are out there because I've had people say to me, "Oh man, you read this book and blah blah blah." And the copies are out there. You know what I mean? If you're not near a local comic book store, go to the website.
Yep.
Most local comic book stores have pretty active e-commerce.
Yes.
They're happy to sort of, close the store, pick your book, ship it out the next morning.
But I mean, go to the store. I mean, that in and of itself is an experience, obviously. But you support your local business.
A lot of us have kind of grown up in comic book stores. Like the spinner rack generation. A lot of us sort of grew up, and you would wait for comic book day, and I remember sitting in my truck waiting for the store to open.
I remember as a kid, when my mom for a short period of time owned a restaurant. It was right across the street from Reading Terminal.
Okay.
Philadelphia. Those of you not from Philadelphia, might not make any sense, but Reading Terminal is just huge. They have food, they have everything, and there was a local bookstore, and they did something they weren't supposed to do. So unsold books back in that time at the newsstand was supposed to be returned, and before you returned it, you'd slash the front of the cover. Well, there's particular bookstores sold them at a huge discount. So I never had anything that was collectible. But I was getting things at like a dime, a nickel, something like that, and just reading. They were obviously not collectible because sometimes they missed, and then there would be half pages too.
Growing up along the Jersey Shore, they did not want to drive. The drivers from New York did not want to go all the way out there in the wintertime. Right. Summer it was great. All the places were open.
Yep.
Winter it was basically even
down.
traffic lights are just flashing yellow. So if you grew up along the Jersey Shore, places like Long Beach Island, you knew that right before spring came, you would hit your local drugstore or wherever you bought comics if you didn't have a comic book store, and they would have the entire winter's books that were going to be returned.
Right.
And you could grab a fistful of that stuff, $2-3, and usually the proprietor is like, it's already been written off, just take it. It was less they had to deal with, and literally hundreds of books like that I bought when I was a kid. DC, Marvel.
Let's do a perfect 10 read, because we can always do those for $10. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, especially
one of my favorites, Alex Ross.
How many of these do we have?
We have a handful, more than one. Luckily.
So
this is one that John can buy because we have enough to sell one to John and everybody.
However many we have one less because I'm absolutely.
So we have a handful minus one.
We have a handful minus one. I love this book, The Owl. This is another one of these books where so much potential is in the character. If only word could be gotten to the publisher to print so many more of these, I'd be so happy. But how would he ever hear that?
So high-end Alex Ross, vegan art, ultra limited cover. Okay, and I love. And now here's the thing: retail price, $100.
Well, it's a perfect 10. I know,
right?
But
10. And what do we do with the perfect 10 reads?
It's $10.
That's $10.
It's not graded out. It's $10. I had someone ask me.
I'm sorry, John. It's actually $11 for you because there's a $1 commission.
What? No, that's
yes.
You guys save on shipping.
You didn't get that email from them?
No, I save on shipping, man.
It must be stuck.
So you guys will see it's the perfect 10 read.
No, you need to cough up one more dollar.
$10
for the Rex commission. I'm sorry, John.
I think
obviously, and maybe he sent it to the wrong email address. I don't know what happened.
I don't think Dynamite's happy to save on shipping.
Oh, that's right.
I might have $1. Here you go.
All
Get
right.
yourself something nice, kid.
There
Here's
we
$1.
My commission, folks.
So
I can go home now.
So however many of these they are, this is a beautiful cover. It's an Alex Ross cover.
Handful minus one. That's how many.
Yeah. This is one of these books where if you've read Project.
Wilfredo wants an Alex Ross.
Okay.
See? Wilfredo, for you it's $10.
I know.
John,
Wilfredo,
it's 11.
For you it's 10. I got
because
stuck.
I like you, Wilfredo. John came in this shirt, blinded me. I'm gonna have to see the optometrist tomorrow. I'm having trouble. There's little flashes in my left eye here. It's like, and if you want to vote on John's shirt,
I know, right?
Feel free. Yeah,
I don't think I'll be wearing this shirt again. It's not video friendly. You got the Dynamite Entertainment holifoil seal. You got the certificate of authenticity. These are limited to what, 25?
Let me see.
And we have a few left now.
We have a few. Yeah. So here, this one I can take out.
You can take out this one. This one, Wilfredo. He'll take out
Wilfredo
mine.
and Ron have seen us do this so many times. They're like, oh,
no,
man,
but
don't do it.
I don't
bought
mind
that one. Please don't touch it. Hey, every time you're like handling it, I know Wilfredo's sitting at home and
don't touch
Ron's
my
sitting at home.
comics.
They're
Don't
just
touch
cringing.
my comics.
They're just absolutely cringing, going, "Oh no, man! Why is John touching my book again?"
It's just a beautiful cover. I mean, it's like there's no reason to sort of.
We've talked about Alex Ross and the realism to everything that he does. It's almost like a photograph.
He's comics Norman Rockwell. I think that's maybe the best description I've heard of
limited
Alex
to 25.
Ross.
So, and
hopefully
we
you guys
definitely
can
don't have
see
25.
this a little bit better. I'm gonna pop this open so you can just see.
And this is another one,
pages.
handful -1, thanks to John. Wilfredo, don't worry, I'll get you another copy.
Yeah, Wilfredo, this isn't your copy that's getting.
That's going to become John's copy in about a second because now he's reading it. That's
I
John's copy.
It. This one will absolutely be my copy.
If you've ever committed a crime, John, the cops just have to come here. Your fingerprints are all over the.
There are everything. There are books on shelves here.
Yes, I have a perfect print. Okay, John. Here you go.
Quick.
What?
You're wrong. It's only a handful.
That's what I said. It's a handful -1. Oh, it's -2.
Only because I saw Nick.
Oh, because Wilfredo picked up one, so it's -2.
It's only because Nick took one. I saw him.
Oh, you
saw him?
See that?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're getting in so much trouble.
No,
so it's -3 actually. Okay.
We're yeah.
All right. You know what? I'm going to do you a solid. This just became Nick's copy. That's what he gets for not showing up to the show. You got it. I got you.
We're having some fun here, but it really is. It's a beautiful book.
It is,
and it really is the perfect 10 read. Not that it grades out, in the world of CGC for 10, but it's a great. In all fairness,
and Nick always points this out, and I guess we should too. When we say perfect 10 read, we're not saying condition. We're talking about the story, the art, everything.
It's a perfect 10. I mean, it is a great story. The art, the story, the cover. I have this book in its, newsstand copy.
And we have a rule with Nick. As soon as we say it's a perfect 10 read, it goes to $10.
It goes to $10.
Right?
I think if you're looking to kind of grab something a little bit unique.
Yes.
Vegan covers are nice. Vegan covers are really nice, especially when you have, an artist like Alex Ross.
Yeah.
And I've seen people talk in Facebook groups about everything he does should be a vegan cover.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it. I get it. I can tell that Spider-Man on the cover.
I feel like having a salad now. I don't know why. But I mean, especially with Alex Ross. I mean, you want it to be clean.
So for another hour and 10 minutes, however long we have, what is the retail price of that book?
$100.
It's $100.
I mean, keep in mind it's limited to 25.
You're going to get this book for 90% off for another hour and 15 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah, when you're talking about a
2 minutes,
a variant cover, okay?
Yeah.
This kind of limited edition is just tiny. It's infinitesimal because usually 25 stuff like that. It's like
you get 25 or even 50 books, and then they publish.
It's usually a signed comic that's limited to such a small number. So when you're talking about an actual variant cover, I mean that's very rare.
Well, I can't stress this enough that if you want to, don't stay on the sidelines if you want to collect. If you want to read comics and you could care less about collectibles, more power to you. Readers are what power the community. But if you do want to get into something and you look and you're like, oh boy, these chase books, these dealer incentive type books are way too expensive. This one's $10 for another hour.
Nick loves to do these perfect 10 reads, at $10. I'm hoping I didn't misread the email and he meant another book because it does seem a little odd at a retail of 100 we're going at 10. But
when there's 2 new people here next week,
too late.
You'll know to start reading emails.
Hey Amy, can you check my emails again just real quick? I'm not sure if I think I might have misread it. I was a little tired
yesterday. Can you update my resume real quick? I think
I'm a little tired this week, and now I'm blinded by John's shirt. I warned you I was gonna hop all over that shirt.
You know what? I don't blame you too. Today is a very hot day here, and that's why I'm wearing this shirt. Normally, I would have worn something cooler. Well, it's like a meshy shirt. You know what I mean? This is a shirt I wear outside.
Your car's right in front of the front door. You didn't have to walk nowhere.
It's far, and the air conditioning is.
You just wanted you wanted your shirt to glow on air. That was all it was.
Well,
don't lie to me.
Somebody actually said, "Dude, you always wear black shirts." Well, yeah, I
do.
I like black
you're welcome.
shirts.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, because you don't have to squint or go to the optometrist tomorrow because you get a little flash.
See if I can find a blood red variant shirt from here in Dynamite.
I may have to attach my retina with that shirt.
Be like bright red on the Dynamite logo. Are we ready for a break, Kyle?
We are. You went right to the time.
Look at that!
Wow!
Look at that!
Yeah.
And he's wearing one of his 32 watches.
I know. You know what? It's really funny. I dropped off some watches to have their service, and I should have left one on. So, gee, maybe there's a Vampirella watch or something here I can find during the break.
Why don't you wear your Mickey Mouse watch next time?
I have 2 Mickey Mouse watches.
I knew you did. I didn't even know that.
I have one Mickey Mouse watch. It's just an Apple Watch with the Mickey Mouse face on it.
Oh, see, that's
I have to take it in every once in a while and get it wound. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Comics Collectibles with Dynamic Forces. I am the leader of the Not Nicks, a.k.a. Kyle, and I am joined by the real people who you came here to see, the comic books, also Rex and John.
That's sad.
Wow. He's chippy today.
Well, we know who they're here for. They're not here for me or either of you guys. They're here for the books.
They're here to watch Wilfredo buy stuff.
No, that's how I get to sleep at night. They're here
to watch Wilfredo and Ron.
All right, they're here for all of us.
We talk about the shirt. It's distracting
for
me.
All right, so we want to talk about shirts real quick. I will show you. I will show you the shirt I'm wearing today. It's my Kevin Malone with the pot of chili from The Office shirt.
Nice.
That's quality.
The greatest cold open to any television show ever.
Yes, and I appreciate the fact that it's black.
That it's black and not bright orange.
I could have got it in red, but I didn't think it looked as cool.
I agree with you. I think the black looks good.
I think you're right. I think we're going to change the Dynamite logo to just all black. Just black it all out because the red doesn't look cool.
Is that what you were trying to do? Oh, no. Red, you're orange. What do you say we go to the Detective Comics?
Where?
The 1027.
Right there. It's right next to you.
One. There should be two. We have two tonight. Let me see.
We have two in here?
We do.
Oh, okay, we do.
No. We don't have two in there, do we?
No, that's what I wanted
No,
to
that's
check.
just one. Where's the other one? Oh, here. This one. All right. Yes.
This is. Are they both Silver Series?
They are both Silver Series.
They are both Silver Series variants.
We have
signed.
two, right? So one I think we had on before. So Detective Comics 1027, cover D, Stanley Art Germlau, Batman, Batwoman variant, Silver Signature Series by John Romita Jr. And then we have the other one, Detective Comics 1027, cover F, Jim Lee, Batman, Superman variant, Silver Signature Series by John Romita Jr. And I know Wilfredo's a huge Jim Lee fan, so we have both versions. So each one individually has a retail price of $149.99, and tonight we're gonna go $80. But the reason I wanted to bring both together is give somebody the opportunity. We could do the pair for $129.
Oh wow!
That's figure retail price individually is $149.99 for each.
So basically, you're getting $300 worth of books for $120
if you buy both.
If you buy both,
and I'm pretty sure I can only do one pair because we have a handful of the Art Germ one, but I think we only have one of the Jim Lee one.
Okay,
so we would only be able to do one pair.
Essentially, it's our last Jim Lee book.
And
I think Wilfredo wants the pair. Can you see that?
Wilfredo will do the pair.
Wilfredo,
nice,
you got the
Wilfredo.
pair. So you might as well put them down. Well,
these aren't coming out of any bags or anything like that. They have the holofoil seal. You've got your certificates.
So you can put the Jim Lee one
on
down.
The back. The Jim Lee one.
Jim Lee one, because we only have the one. So the only one we have now is the Art Germ variant,
which is really nice. We have how many of these left?
We have 5.
Okay. For $80,
if you take one, it's 5 minus 1.
It's a really nice pickup.
Yeah, it's a good deal. But I'm
silver signature.
I'm glad Wilfredo got the pair, the only pair we could offer.
Yeah, Alfredo. That's super nice.
Wilfredo. And I'm thinking about you, Wilfredo, because I know that you're a huge Jim Lee fan because you beat out Ron. I think what was it, the Saturday show?
We don't talk about that. That was too close, man.
That was, man. Wilfredo's got the quick clicker.
You know what though? Fast. I mean, that's sort of how.
But Ron was gracious. I think it was it Ron or was it John? I don't remember. I can't remember.
Well, nobody beats me out because I'm sitting right here.
No, but I deliberately prevent you from buying them, right?
I know, right?
You know, if we have one, it's a not John special.
This is a show, not a trip to the comic book store.
That's exactly right. Yeah, So, and as you notice, Wilfredo, he did not open it. He did not handle it. So you're good.
No, not these hands.
I know Wilfredo's sitting there. There's only one, and John's touching it.
These are for cheesesteaks, not for books like that. That's for sure.
So, but the Art Germ one is still available. We still have a handful of those. We have 4. No, we don't have 5. We have 4 because of the pair that Wilfredo picked up. So,
and that's going to be $80 for another 50 minutes, 55 minutes.
55 minutes. I don't know how much time is there. Is it 55 minutes? All right. So
less than that.
Less than that.
Okay, because
50 minutes.
50 minutes.
Okay, well,
he's exact.
You know what? We're sort of
49 now.
49. I know, right? Chug faster. I think what we're trying to do is tonight, if there's a theme to this show, it's get in the game. Mm-hmm. If there's a bunch of books that we're offering, and we'll kind of tap a few of them again before we say goodnight, that if you want to get into collecting, or if you're already a collector and you're looking for the smart deal, that's where we're at. You're not going to see a book tonight that's $18,000 or some insane amount of money.
Yeah, Nick does those. He doesn't let me touch the $18,000 books.
And other than the DC Pride 1 book, you're not going to find stuff that you can get at your newsstand for cover price or whatever. Right. We tried to pull books that, have some relevance, have some uniqueness to them. Variants, dealer incentive books.
And we try to bring back, creators that like, we know Wilfredo is a big Jim Lee fan.
Yeah, well, we have
and
people
definitely let us know. I mean, during the show, I think, Wilfredo, you have my email. A bunch of other viewers have my email. If you have a preference for something, email me, or during the show, during the chats, let us know.
To riff on what you're saying, let me say this real quick, because they kind of go hand in hand. If you don't mind, we appreciate you taking the time to sit with us.
Absolutely.
Subscribe across the different social media platforms. Hit the notification bell so that you know when you're on. And absolutely find us, email, social media, whatever. And if there's something you want to see, if there's a character you want to see, if there's a creator you want to see that we haven't gotten to yet, sound off and let us know.
Yeah, let us know if we have it, and we'll bring it on air. I mean, absolutely.
There's a fair amount of vault here to go through.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, absolutely, let us know.
I keep bringing back Alex Ross because I'm a huge fan, as we talked
about.
I know the realism in all of his art.
I think everybody is to a certain extent. Yeah. Even those kids at the cons that are sitting outside. Oh, he's not that great. Yeah, he is, and he is. Yeah, but yeah, he is. Speaking of Alex Ross,
let's do Alex Ross again.
We want to maybe hit the Spider-Man.
Yes,
we've had this on before.
We have.
I just watched a Marvel 616 with Dan Slott, and he talked about this a little bit, and it's it made me think it's Amazing Spider-Man 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, Silver Signature Series. Each book is signed.
He won't let go of it.
I know, right? You know what? Each of those books is signed.
Here. This way you can show each one. Don't worry. Double bagged. Ha ha.
Thank God.
John proofed. We John proofed them.
You throw these up here real quick.
So we want to mention, because you're getting 3 separate autographed comics.
Yeah.
All signed in silver. So retail price is $300, so $100 a book. $196.20.
1962, the year Spider-Man.
Yeah, we love doing that.
That's that Nick energy.
For old guys like us.
That's that big Nick energy that we.
So I mean, again, each one is signed. So you're getting all 3 books signed by Alex Ross. Each one with certificate of authenticity. Obviously.
These are just. This is probably. I would say maybe this is our deal of the night.
I would say so, because they are also match numbered sets.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're match numbered sets.
This is the number. So just make sure I'm reading this right. 1 of 15, right? So this is 1 of 15. This is 1 of 15, and this is 1 of 15. All right. So let me see. How many do we have?
They're pretty rare.
Yeah, we had 6 of these left, and they would all be the first 6. So if whoever jumps on it first, obviously, and wants number 1 gets number 1. Yep. But if you get number 2 of 15, then you're getting number 2 of 15 for all 3. So it'll be a match numbered set of Alex Ross signatures. I'm
gonna put these up here again real quick so you can really sort of see the master at work, so to speak. I think it's safe to say that right now, he's like the heavyweight champ of covers.
Yeah,
I mean that in no way to disrespect anyone else, but I think.
But you just did.
I know. Next week, somebody else will be here. Over the last 20, 25 years, I don't know if anybody else has done this many covers that become books that people already step into the octagon to get.
I would agree.
I would absolutely. We don't have a ton of time left at 196.20. You're not. Again, these are books that you're not going to find at cons or shows or even other stores. You might run up to a store and you'll see that on the wall, and it'll be significantly more.
Yeah,
and you won't get the set of 3. Won't be a Silver Signature Series. Alex Ross has a very specific signature. It's very obvious to see it. Wilfredo's right.
It is amazing.
His work is amazing. I mean,
absolutely.
He seamlessly transitions from Golden Age to Silver Age to Bronze Age to Modern Age to now what I see some people calling the Postmodern Age. Yeah. And it just, it's like no big deal to him.
Yeah.
He just sort of, you ask him to draw, this is a guy that made obscure characters like Uncle Sam for DC, and he turned it into one of the hottest chase covers of that year. I mean, people didn't even know, people barely remembered like the 7 Soldiers of Victory or whatever. Alex decides he's going to start putting them on covers and stuff, and the next thing you know, I got to have it.
Tell Wilfredo it's for all 3, not for each book.
It's for all 3, Wilfredo. Well, you heard Amy.
I don't know if you heard her, but
you should have just screamed it out.
I know
you're here.
The 196.20 is for all 3 signed books.
All 3 match set.
Yeah.
Come on, Wilfredo. You know we wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah, no. It's 196.20 for all 3.
Yeah, that would have
all
been.
All 3 of them are signed in the Silver Signature Series.
What did Wilfredo say?
I couldn't see.
There it is. Okay.
It
must be a delay on our end.
I know there's a little bit of delay on our end.
Kyle sees it right away.
Well, there's like a 7-second delay because,
Well, no, Kyle sees it right away. He sees it before it pops up.
He does. That's probably, and we've had some really nice stuff tonight. That's probably,
I would say, deal
our sweet spot, sort of.
I would agree.
I mean, 3 Alex Ross signatures over the covers he's done.
What do we want to do next? We want to do some we have one kind of items.
Yeah, do we have something that's just one?
We have several things that are just one, actually.
Okay, go ahead. Shoot. Grab one out.
Let's do Captain Marvel. What do you think?
This
100th solo issue anniversary.
Wow.
Signed by Kelly Sue
DeConnick. They actually gave her a little cameo in the Captain Marvel movie.
Yes.
She was at, I guess it's the train station or the bus station. Sort of.
And this is, what's it limited to?
I think this is limited to 30.
30, and that's number 1.
This one is one of 30. I don't know how many we have left.
We have 1.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
We're doing ones.
Remember? We have one of these.
$29.99.
Nice.
We can't do a discount on this because we have 1. So this is also a not John special since we only have 1.
Dave Lopez does a nice job here. Pretty sure that's Dave Lopez. And he's sort of riffing on a Dick Giordano cover. Really, really nice book.
And a revival, thanks to the movie.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a second Captain Marvel movie.
Absolutely.
This is a character where, she was always. One of the things I heard from comic book fans talking to them was she was made into like a feminist icon character. Now, for old people that remember when Miss Marvel came out, she started that way.
Yeah.
She was she had like the women's lib T-shirt in the 70s.
Yep.
And then in the 90s, once again, she kind of stepped forward into more of the military role. And then the early 2000s, they made her arguably the most powerful character in their universe.
Right.
And I know for some fans that was an adjustment, but that's true to this character. And this started, trying to think of when this came out, absolutely.
Amy, can you look that up for us?
Amy's done. She's starting to look stuff up.
She say no, guys?
No.
Oh my God, guys.
She loves us.
Kyle has Google. It'll be fine.
Trust me.
Captain Marvel has been around, I think, since the 70s.
Yeah. Early 70s. I think at that price point, we have 1. If you like the character, if you like the creator, this is a great, this is a nice little midday pickup. Yeah, exactly.
This is one of the things you'll come across. You'll be talking to someone in your collection. They'll be like, "Where'd you pick that up from?"
What was I looking up?
Captain Marvel.
What year Captain Marvel came out? The Carol Danvers Captain Marvel.
Carol Danvers Captain Marvel, or the original Captain Marvel, or Shazam Captain Marvel?
No, Carol Danvers.
Don't complicate us with questions of logic. We can't be bothered with logic.
This is just a really
Marvel Superheroes number 13, 1968.
wow.
Was
Okay.
the first appearance of Carol Danvers. As Ms. Marvel, it's Ms. Marvel number 1, 1977. As Binary, it's Uncanny X-Men 164, 1982. As Warbird, it's Avengers number 4, 1998. And then as Captain Marvel, it's Amazing Spider-Man number 9, July 2012.
I saw a great thank you, Kyle. I saw a great clip that they talked about. Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, is Marvel's Wonder Woman, and I think that's a fair assessment.
That
for
is
sure.
a fair assessment. I think.
She's been around. Obviously, she's been around as long as Wonder Woman, but she's been around 50 years, 50.
And being the most powerful figure in the universe.
And now I think she's probably Marvel's most powerful character. I mean, I know Marvel Universe always has like these sort of, cosmic characters or whatever. But as a member of the Ultimates, as an Avenger, it's just a great character. I think sometimes the character gets tied up in this kind of like social back and forth of, is there an agenda or whatever? First of all, it doesn't matter if there's an agenda or not. It's a great comic to read. It's a great character. And, Kelly Sue DeConnick took that character to maybe places it hadn't been before, and obviously worked. Right. Because her work became the basis for everything that's basically moved forward and the movie. And from what I understand, the next movie will be that in that same sort of imprint. Let's see. What else do we want?
What do you want to do next? You want to do another number one? Or not number one, but one of?
I was going to say, is this one of one?
Which one is that one?
This, I've been looking at this Alien? For a while.
That actually we have a handful of.
Oh, we have a few of these, but
I know you love the variant.
I love variants.
You love the variant.
This is very much a remark alert. Hold it against my bright orange shirt. Our buddy Ken Haeser, this guy just...
This one in silver paint pen.
This guy never ceases to amaze me. Yeah, we did one earlier where the Uncle Scrooge that he did in gold metallic ink. This one is a remark in silver metallic ink.
Talk about a steady hand. Because these paint pens, you get little globs, and
I want you to look at the style difference here. This is the same artist.
He's absolutely amazing. I mean,
gold ink.
We've seen a lot of
silver ink,
but each one is just it's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, Ken is
Hold the alien one back up. There we go.
Ken is maybe not the household name he should be. But let me tell you, it's one of these things where if you know, you know. We've been fortunate enough to have a lot of his stuff here remarked that just, I'm not going to go over it again, but you guys know people who have an eye for maybe original art.
Right.
This is it. And I don't know if you're going to get, what are we selling this at?
79.
79.
Time's already way ahead.
I wonder, is this because like Alien came out in 79 or something, or?
Look at you thinking, look at that guy. Yes.
I don't know what we were selling this for.
$89.99.
But $79, I might wind up taking this home. How many do we have?
Oh yeah, we have
a few.
You can take one, John. You can buy one, John.
Just, I don't know. I talked to Ken a lot on social media, and he keeps telling me he's waiting for that big box where I'm like, sign everything again. Right. You know what I mean? This is just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
And I'm a huge Ken Haeser fan because I mean it's just amazing what he does, with these remarks and doing it with a paint pen. Yeah,
this is, if I remember correctly, this book is Philip Kennedy Johnson, Gabriel Cruz did the art, I think. This is just, it's beautiful. And I can't, variant, remark, $79, that's well worth, and again, we want people to buy what they like, but we try to quantify it a little bit.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? It's like if you see something, you don't know if it's $10 or $10,000, we try to quantify that a little bit. I'll tell you right now, that's a book you're not going to see. You know how I like to say, if you see it at a con or if you see it at your LCS, you're probably not going to see that at a con or an LCS.
Yeah. I hate to say it. I mean,
not to be a jerk, but you're not going to see that there. This is the kind of thing where if you want it, what do we have, a half hour left?
Remember to visit your local comic shop. beyond just the experience
Oh,
of hanging out
absolutely.
and, browsing through the boxes and stuff.
To our dying day, we always are trying to spotlight the local comic book store in your area. If you don't know where the local comic book store is in your area, there's comic shop locator.
Yep.
Or a lot of times you can just ask Siri or Alexa. You know what I mean? It's pretty. The bar
nobody
is
has
pretty
any
low.
excuse not to find something.
Yeah, I was going to say,
no matter where you are in this day and age, just blank
Siri,
near
find
me,
the comic
and it's going to
book
come up.
store,
Right.
You can type.
All right. Hey, fellas, did I miss something? Did I black out? Wilfredo says he'll take it for 60. I don't know what that is.
I don't either. Is he
All right,
negotiating?
Wilfredo, you're going to have to be more clear about what you're trying to get for 60. The Alien book is $79.99.
No, 79. I think we're doing it at a flat 79.
Or $79. Sorry.
What did we have that was $60? Is it one of the? Is it one of the voices?
Maybe Wilfredo's.
Yeah, Alien is $79. Wilfredo. We can't negotiate prices on here. So, it's regularly $90 down to $79 even. So that's what we can do.
What was the
if you're interested in it, reach out, I guess, to Nick after the show. I'm sure you have his email, but we are not empowered to negotiate price at this particular juncture.
You know what, Amy?
Yes.
Can you text Nick? What did you want it for? What price did you want it at, Wilfredo?
He had said 60.
See if text Nick and see if he'll do the Alien remark for 60 for Wilfredo.
Okay.
Can you do that? Because you know what,
I would do it, but then he'd call me and I'd have to talk to him.
And tell him Kyle asked.
Kyle isn't getting paid that kind of money.
Shouldn't have said that, Kyle. I'm in that funky mood, especially since we know you're drinking and you didn't offer us any.
We're sure.
All I have is Powerade, fellas. All I have is Powerade.
Powerade's going to his head.
Yeah.
When
I used to work
Well,
with
that's
someone who
possible.
Say that, Powerade, but she didn't mention the vodka that was going
we're
in.
sure that's what Wilfredo wants, though, right? He wants the.
Mhm.
Alien
That's what
remark.
he said.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, buddy. We want to
Sit tight, Wilfredo. We're gonna try to do it for you, and blame Kyle for it.
I can't tell you, Wilfredo. This book is. I can't tell you how nice this is. I know there's a little bit of a glare, but
It's actually beautiful. It really is.
Ken is, like I said, Ken should be more of a household name, which is why it seems like we talk about him a lot. We feature the work a lot. There's a reason for that. It's just, like I said, the same artist who did that did this. And I think that level of versatility and talent is scary good.
Yeah.
Especially as you pointed out, this one's in gold metallic ink. And this one is in.
Guys, give it to him for 60.
You got it, Wilfredo.
All right, Amy's making the decision. You got it, buddy.
Amy's tired of asking other people for stuff.
And we'll blame it on Kyle.
At this point next week, should be.
At this point, we're blaming Canada, I think.
Why not?
There you go. She
Wilfredo?
really is making the calls now. All right, let me make a note.
That's a nice pickup, my friend. That's a nice pickup.
Let me make a note of this. Okay, Wilfredo for 60. All right. You got it, buddy. See, Kyle's got your back. All right, so
Where do we want to go from here? How much time do we have left?
We got about 3 minutes to break.
3 minutes to break.
All
What do
right.
you want to do?
Do we want to?
Let's do. You want to do Justice League? No Justice.
Yeah.
Let's do that one real quick before we go to break.
Signed by Scott Snyder.
Yep.
Justice League, No Justice, #1. This is Scott Snyder, James Tynion IV, and a longtime buddy of mine from social media, Josh Williamson.
So $49.99 retail, and
Yes, Wilfredo, you did.
Let's do it at $19.60. Got 3 left, and it is sold out on the Dynamic Force.
I was going to say, is this the book? I remember seeing this. This one is number 3.
So it may have been credit cards that didn't go through. Somebody lost a handful. In the
Yeah, I
warehouse.
was going to
It
say, because
happens,
I remembered seeing this, and
It
this
happens.
was sold out at the DF site.
So sometimes somebody changes their mind, whatever the case may be. So we do, although it's sold out on the DF website, We do have 3 left at and tonight at $19.60.
This is sort of that takeoff of Dark Knight's metal. DC Universe moves from one sort of overarching crisis, no pun intended, we'll make it a little pun intended, after another. And if I remember correctly, that book sort of, you see Starro on the cover.
Right.
If I remember correctly, I don't know if he was actually a member of the Justice League or rolling with the Justice League. It was very weird and very cool. And I think if you're
he was the bad guy in that book.
Was he the bad guy in that one?
Yes.
I think.
Wait, am I thinking about the right book?
You know what? I was just going to say that too, because I've got what looks like Sinestro in here, but he's in purple. This is just a little bit of a. I'm not going to open this up because I don't know whose book this is going to be. But
what does it say? Okay.
Yeah, I think I think he's more of a misunderstood bad guy. He's not trying to be a bad guy, but he is because he's Starro. So,
is there really a bad guy that isn't misunderstood, though, Kyle? I mean,
well, no, it's one of those things like he's not actively trying to do anything.
Everybody's the hero of their own story.
Yes, very well said.
Everybody's
the
hero of their own story, especially in comics, man. Starting from day one with Magneto. Wait a minute, what do you mean?
That's true.
Is it? I guess we'll go to our last break.
Yeah, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes here on The Experience.
Running away, it's the living that's hot. Running away, it's the living that's hot.
What's up, everybody? It's Rex and the Not Nicks. We're back here on The Experience, selling the comics, doing the things. What do we got left, fellas? We got a half hour left. I know we've got some more great books to show people. What's next?
I was just going to tell you stories from my childhood. No, that's not true at all. That's not happening.
And I'm leaving.
I got one for you, John. I just got sent a meme that you'll appreciate. You ready?
Great. Go ahead.
If you're too full to go get ice cream after eating dinner in the summer, you are weak and natural selection is coming for you. I feel like that's something you've said.
You know what? I actually have said something close like that. down on the boardwalk with family down the shore for the weekend, and people are like, "Oh, I can't make that short walk to get like Italian ice or something." I'm like, "Then perish. I'm leaving you behind."
That's harsh.
Right. If you can't get an
That's really
Italian
hard.
ice after dinner, you're
Come on,
you're
man. I
wrong.
mean, especially, and I love my family, but if I'm going to spring 3 bones for everybody to eat and nobody wants to walk down the boardwalk with me to get an ice, your next dinner is going to be Taco Bell.
Or you're eating by yourself.
Or you're eating by yourself.
Which might still cost 3 bones. It's Taco Bell. It ain't cheap.
Oh,
I don't know what Taco Bell you're ordering at.
I don't know if we could do a show without something Star Wars. I think that's just, you know what I mean?
It's required.
It's
the
kind of
law.
required. This is the Dynamic Forces version.
Variant cover,
signed by Greg Land. We had something from Greg earlier.
We did. What did we have?
Siege, Storming
Siege, that's
Asgard. This is the gold signature series. This is kind of a little bit of an elite book.
And this is a not John special because we have one.
This is one of one, written by Jason Aaron. John Cassaday did the interior art. Being one of one, I am not opening this book. I'm sorry. I'm just, stuff like that. Someone's going to wind up picking up this book, and I am not going to be touching their book. Interior art by John Cassaday, cover by Greg Land.
Retail $89.99 tonight. Let's do it for $40.
You want to do it for $40?
Let's do it for $40.
All right, so we're talking like 60% off, $40.
What do we got to lose now?
I almost feel like, and I'm sorry if this seems lazy, but I feel like when I say something like Star Wars and DF exclusive, I don't really need to say much more. Jason Aaron has done some amazing stuff with Thor.
Yeah.
His swing here is right on the money. John Cassaday has been one of my favorite artists of the 21st.
Sold.
Oh, it's gone already. All right, well,
okay.
What a shock.
Wow,
nice pickup, Wilfredo.
We're going to run out of stuff tonight if we're not careful.
No, I mean, this one is 49 of 200, I think. There's the certificate on the back, holofoil seal.
We're going to see in the chat board very soon. John, stop handling my comic.
I know. That's why I was like, we're going to put this back because that's Wilfredo's book now.
So,
and how many of those did we have?
One.
Oh, okay. Apparently math is not my strong suit.
Especially anything over one.
It's 101.
I bring these one of one things on, just quantity of one.
To watch me say, how many of these do we have?
And to make John crazy so we have another Not John special because I like the Not John special.
Next week we're going to have like a one shot and I'll be like, how many?
Everything will be one. We'll have a quantity of one because I'm retaliating against the color of John's shirt.
You know what? I think everyone wants to retaliate against the color of my shirt. I don't think that's just you.
How does your wife let you walk out of the house like that?
Oh, I put this on after she left. She never. You kidding me? She never.
Hey, I'm going to send her a link to the video.
I think she has this site blocked. The last thing she wants is me coming up on her Facebook page. I texted her happy anniversary one year. She cut and pasted with the emoji that's like, yes, so. And thankfully her parents love me.
And you seem just, I don't know, naturally drifting to those types of items. That's another, we have one.
This is one of one. Well, I'll tell you, it's absolutely beautiful.
It is.
If there's a creator right now hotter than Donny Cates, I don't know who it is.
I would agree.
You see him in interviews, you see him at cons, you see him on, the kind of like Marvel Comics 616 type shows where they're talking about how comics are made. This is Web of Venom Wraith #1, signed by the author. This spins out of, I can't remember what it was, Venom Guardians of the Galaxy type thing.
And that one, because just as you said, Donny Cates, we retail is $49.99 and we have to do it at $49.99.
Yeah, there are certain things that we always try to hook people up. We always try to discount stuff. Something like this, there's just no room, unfortunately. This is just, and again, I'm not going to open this up because this is going to become someone's book. but the cover here is absolutely beautiful. This is very much that whole King in Black is your vibe. This is where you want to be. If you kind of love the whole story with, couldn't remember his name for a second, God of Symbiotes. This sort of is right there, right in that wheelhouse. That is a silver signature by Donny Cates, just so that you can see that again. I'm trying to let people see that.
Sold.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to put this.
I think Wilfredo's just doing that.
Wilfredo, I'm going to put this next to your other books.
I think Wilfredo's just doing this so John will stop talking.
How much to end the show now?
Okay. There was something.
John stops and get that T-shirt off the
shirt off. Gee, if only I had a Dynamite shirt to put on over it. I don't think they come in, oh my God, large, to be honest with you.
That's my new line, John. I'm going to start using that.
2XL, 3XL, and then OMG. What are you doing?
Right. It's going to be, more X's than a porno large. All right. So there was an item that was on the list.
Yes.
That I don't think we've covered.
Okay.
Yes.
That I was particularly interested in only because there was a new book out from this title this week featuring a brand new member of this organization. And that's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I think we didn't get to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
We actually did not.
We have a 5-pack.
Oh, there you go.
If I'm reading this right.
And we have 4 of these. So, John, if you want to buy one, you can buy one.
This is a master set signed by the writer Kyle Higgins. I'm not going to take the whole thing apart.
Here, take the whole thing apart.
If you want to take the whole thing apart, that's fine. They all have their holofoil seals. They all have their certificates of authenticity.
Let's take it apart.
Kyle, this seems like a you thing. It's morphin' time.
Well, I mean, I'm of that age where this was like the single most important thing. But what's interesting to me, and the reason I was interested in talking about this book, is that today, from Frank Gogol, a writer friend of mine, a new series called Power Rangers Unlimited: The Edge of Darkness came out, which features a brand new Power Ranger called the Phantom Ranger.
Oh, so it's like transparent? So the color is transparent? It's
actually, he's in a really cool black suit.
Nice.
But it's
throw these up here from this 5 set real quick while you're talking.
All first print, master set, all signed by Kyle Higgins. Let me see. I'm just gonna look through this real quick. All right, so
and these were the hard to get covers of this, by the way, guys. The ones where they're holding the helmets of MMPR number 0 were the harder covers to get. I think they were all A covers, but they were so popular. They sold out so fast, you had to get like the sword cover or the
no, you're right.
Not quite Power Rangers guys covers.
I remember that's exactly what happened. That's why this is a nice, if this is your, if this is your jam.
And they are matched numbers.
They are matched numbers.
Yeah.
It's a master set. These retail for
$299.99. So that's a $300 set.
And we're gonna let it go for what?
Let's do a third. Let's do 100.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Straight up $100.
$100.
It's easier to remember than $9.99.
$5.
Starting to get on my nerves.
All signed.
Too many 9s.
Matched set.
Next week, let's do something for $77.77 to make Kyle happy.
I wouldn't even get on the air. Kyle will be like, just send it with my paycheck. All right, man. I go through that all the time. This is just, I think what we're going to do is, my guess is we're kind of running out of time, right? So I want to.
Ironically, Rex, I had talked to Nick at one point about whenever they do a new DF book, just pre-ordering number 7. Just like having it be my legacy number. Like
one of these days, you're gonna have to explain to us how the whole facet obsession with 7 came about.
Roger
Maris. Roger Maris.
We all have a thing though. There's somebody will want a number 7 of a book, or someone will want I only want this or I only want that. People have heard me and they know it's black and white covers. They know it's blood red covers. They know it's the emerald green cover.
Right.
I grabbed from Jungle Girl, but I think Scott Williams signed.
So I gotta ask Kyle, why are you a Roger Maris fan? Just out of curiosity.
Well, see, it's not actually. So I became obsessed with Roger Maris as a kid, like with the home run record.
Right.
And so I got into that Yankees team. And the guy on the Yankees team that I actually really identified with wore number 7, and his name just so happened to be Mickey Mantle. So, like, you know, it's just that thing, the way a child's brain works.
Yep.
And then years later, I discovered Thurman Munson and became a Thurman Munson fan. So I wore Thurman Munson's number for all those years.
I got
7 became my lucky number real early on.
Right. Well, you know, Mantle didn't start with that number, right?
No.
When he first
you're ruining it for him.
We'll talk later. This is
I know the story. You know, I'm a baseball nut. Like if I wasn't here tonight, I'd be at a baseball game somewhere.
Well, we got to talk, man. We got to talk sometime.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm a huge baseball
fan. How much time we have left, Kyle?
About 15 minutes.
Okay, we had some issues in the beginning where we had the sun coming in.
I didn't have any issues.
We need to get a ruling from Amy.
A ruling.
Yeah, Wilfredo would like a set of Power Rangers, but can you do 50 now and 50 later?
Let me think about it.
She's thinking about it, Wilfredo.
Amy's gonna make a ruling as our official.
She's a little ornery today, so I warn you ahead of time. You know,
she is. We asked her some.
What that was Kyle. Kyle said that. I didn't say that.
I didn't say nothing.
She's looking to get paid babysitter money before, in addition to her pay, because we're here. A couple things we want to go over again. We've talked about today is the last day of Pride, although it never really ends. We have some really cool stuff at some pretty, deeply discounted prices.
I mean, the Pride books have been selling well. I don't know throughout the industry, but what I'm hearing is it is, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that you have a lot of buyers that are not traditional.
I was going to say it's selling well outside the traditional industry.
Yeah. So of course, making the first prints, far.
Well, and let's not forget, guys, for your traditional buyers, Marvel Voices Pride #1 and DC Pride are first appearances of new characters.
That's true as well. You're right.
So if you're a first appearance collector, you got to get them.
Right.
So this is also the first year, really, and Steve Orlando and I were talking about this. That most
Fredo's really our best customer. He can do half now and half later.
Yeah, well, we're fine with that, bud.
So she likes you, Wilfredo. Right. Me and John, not so much.
She won't even validate our
parking. Wilfredo says he's changed his mind, but we'll see if he changes his mind back.
Who told you to validate parking?
So here's the deal. This is the first year that most major publishers, in one way or another, have had a Pride celebration, either book, or they've partnered with us to do something, or another organization to do something,
right?
To celebrate Pride Month. So I think part of it is that because comic books are becoming so much more diverse than they once were, that it's really changed, the way the industry buys these things. So
yeah, I think that's actually a great sort of component to this, that what I mean, they're more than just, and this is weird coming from me because comic books are like a third of my life along with food and pro wrestling,
right?
But it's sort of moves to another level now when you start doing books like this. You see industries, large corporations, everybody sort of in the same direction with this thing. Well,
and you have writers on these books that are on absolute hot streaks, like Steve Orlando and Vita Ayala.
Oh yeah.
And whose work just right now is just they're on absolute tears. So when you've got great writers making great books, it's easy to sell.
And I think you bring up a real good point, is that you've got first appearances, you've got a first kind of attempt at, or not attempt, but the first time they're really doing this in conjunction with Pride Month.
Yeah.
And then you have the non-traditional buyers that are also picking the books up. So causing a real scarcity that I think they may not have anticipated when they did the first
There was
print.
a clip on, I think it's MSNBC, I'm not sure, but there was a clip about that. They were talking about how there are books that the store opens a lot, they come out, and they're not expecting, they order 20 copies, they're not expecting to be out 20 copies before the coffee cools.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's like a real pleasant surprise. And I think that's why you've gotten some of these books that they've become chase books.
Yes.
Like I said, DC Pride #1, I've seen at other places for significantly more than the cover price. We've got the first printing at the cover price of $9.99.
Then you look at like the Jen Bartel DC Pride #1 that's going for 40 or 50 right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Super hot. It's just it's all about the content, and like Harley and Ivy being together in DC Comics have really started that push towards that's a regular part of the storylines now. You had Iceman in Marvel Comics, for the last few years. That's been an out and proud character in those comics. So it's all been leading to this kind of point where we're at now, where every publisher has done this thing. Every publisher has been successful with it. So it really does just show the industry as a whole how much more diverse we are. Yeah. So let's show the covers one more time and run through the prices on these Pride books.
Sure.
Yeah.
We got about 10 minutes left, and then if we have a digression, Wilfredo has a question that will let us digress.
Okay.
Cool. I love digressing.
This is DC Pride #1, first printing for the next 10-ish minutes or so.
And that cover price $9.99.
$9.99.
So we're still selling it for $9.99 cover price. But again, we're getting to small and smaller quantities because this is running a couple of times.
Luciano Vecchio,
the frame variant.
It is.
Yep.
Okay, so that's retail of 100, and we're going to do half price 50, and we've only got 3 of those.
And this is the Russell Dauterman.
This
one's just, they're all beautiful, but this one's really just.
Yeah, that's an amazing cover. So also at 50, and we only have 3 of those, and the Marvel voices are, the last 2 were 1 of 25 incentive variants. And then you have the Phil Jimenez one,
which is a
Dakin.
That's 1 of 50, and that is also half price at 50 tonight.
And we've also got the
Wolverines.
Wolverine.
Also 1 of 50, 1 out of 50 variants. One is the Russell Dauterman Cape Pride design variant. Retails 200, and we're doing that at half price at 100 tonight. Then the Phil Jimenez vegan variant retail 200, and we're going to do it 100 tonight.
That's
so. In those we have, let's see, the Phil Jimenez B variant we have 1 of. The Wolverine Russell Dauterman we have 1 of. And the Phil Jimenez Wolverine variant we have 1 of. So they are all not John specials. All 3 of those.
All right. We got about 6 minutes left. Is there one book we want to show everybody again?
Yeah, and I really like this book. I've talked about this before. This is a triple-length book, first issue, written by Matt Fraction.
Yeah, you made a beeline of that as soon as
I really did, because I just think this is one of these books where if I had the power to put a spotlight like on one book and tell people, go read this, this might be the book to do it. This is everything you like from the era of Indiana Jones and the Rocketeer, and it's very pulpy, two-fisted. We have other Oh, half past.
Fredo's asking for the Wolverines again.
Danger. Oh,
Yep, we'll bring them right back up.
We'll bring it back up.
Let's give everybody a price on that Adventure Man one more time at $1,991 or $19.91.
$1,900. Yikes, man!
1,991 pennies, aka $19.91.
That much money, Terry, had to come over and draw something on my wall. But for a pickup like this under $20, I don't think even the book itself. I mean, Matt Fraction does not do a ton of stuff anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? We've talked about this before. He's moved on to Hollywood, TV, whatever you want to call it. So I don't know if you can realistically expect a ton more Fraction work, which means I don't know if you're going to be able to,
I think we're running out of time. Let's hit those Wolverines real fast here. So we've got just show the one at a time here, John. Let's do the Hellfire Gala, Katie Pride, design variant regularly $200 tonight for $100. Wolverine number 13, that's Russell Dodderman, 1 in 50 variant. And then Phil Jimenez, vegan cover, featuring Dakin, son of Wolverine, Haver of Mohawk.
This is just a great
regularly
book. I really
$200.
End up doing a little bit more with him.
Right now, $100.
So all the Pride books are, other than DC Pride number 1, are at half price tonight. All the Marvel Pride books.
Yeah. This is just, and I think this is a book where, like I said, you're going to start seeing the other Wolverine characters, X-23, Dakin, maybe even, I'd be happy to see Gwenverine.
And
I keep thinking that maybe Gwen is a character that like Hulu would tap into and do like a kids thing of Gwenpool, the Spectacular Spider-Gwen. I would love to see an animated series sort of like Ultimate Spider-Man where they kind of zip through different universes and see the different Gwen Stacy.
And I do want to mention, I mean, in all seriousness, anybody that watches this and later they're not watching it live, they're watching the recorded version of it. We'll definitely, if we have quantities, we will definitely honor the prices that we've offered on air tonight. Just go to the experience, fill out the submission form. As long as we have quantities available, we will certainly make it available to the public out there. And I want to wish everybody a great July 4th,
it's the old thing of subject to availability.
Yeah, I mean,
what I mean? We've been doing this now for a little bit.
We very rarely have deep quantities of anything we're bringing. We're bringing stuff that we only have a handful of. And again, if you have something in particular, a creator you want to see, a title that you want to see, let us know, and we will do our best. If we have it here, we'll pull it and put it on air.
I would tell everyone, ask everyone to subscribe, hit your notification bell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Follow us, friend us, whatever platform you're on, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And absolutely get at us. If there's something you want to see or something that we haven't done that maybe you think we should have done, find us on social media and say,
absolutely.
Hey, look, where is,
and tell your friends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are a lot of shows out there that deal with comic books.
Share.
Definitely share. If you like what we're doing, and the stuff that we're bringing you, let your friends know.
All right, we got about a minute left. Will Fredo ask the question because John opened the door? Who's your favorite wrestler? I will answer first. It's Andrei Ruzumov, a.k.a. Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant.
Of course. I was going to say that one.
My favorite all-time wrestler is Bruno Sammartino.
Oh, that is old school, buddy. That's going way back.
I met Bruno Sammartino as a small boy on the boardwalk when my dad, I tell this story on radio a lot, my dad was supposed to take me to a pond to go out with a sailboat or whatever. And as soon as my mom left, right to the matches we went. Everybody back then had a stogie and a beer, and it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen. And afterwards, we were waiting with all the people out to, for autographs and that sort of thing. And Bruno left out of a side door, and I guess he saw my dad there with a little kid, came over, said hello, and that was it. I was 6 years old. So it's been basically 50 years of me being a professional wrestling fan.
Bruno Sammartino. I remember there were no gimmicks, no tricks, no costume. He was just
Bruno came to the ring in his boots and his tights.
Yep.
And he slapped the taste out of someone's mouth and made them like it. And then he took his check in his belt and he went to the back. Today in wrestling, they'll brag if someone's champion for 100 days.
Right.
Bruno Sammartino spent a total of 4,000 days as the world champion. And in his first reign, it was like 2,800 days.
He is a fan. If you're, I mean, we didn't talk about this beforehand.
Yeah.
He is a fan. He's got all of those facts trapped in his head.
I do. That I contribute to a wrestling podcast sometimes.
Well,
we get this question a lot.
Well, and with Bruno Sammartino's 4,000 days, and Andre the Giant's only ever losing twice.
Yep.
We will leave you with that, and we'll be back next Wednesday with Rex and the Not Nicks.
Thank you, Wilfredo.
Have a great July 4th, Wilfredo.
Tune in Friday for original art. We'll see everybody later. Bye.